That stat there's a real thing now. Guards as rookies in the playoffs, you do not see this level of scoring. It's no surprise that the guy who held the record is the guy widely considered to be the greatest basketball player ever. It's no surprise that no rookie guard has approached that record recently. And to see this guy do this, and not a rookie because he played 6 years in Europe, not a Tim Duncan rookie who played 4 years in college, not even a Ben Simmons rookie who had the redshirt year. Nah, I was in high school 2 years ago, played 2 years at Louisville, and now I'm going to go out and bust people in their head. Like, this guy is, as a scoring force, the only recent player I can compare him to stylistically is Dwayne Wade. A guy, young Dwayne Wade. I am more athletic than you, I am fearless, and I am getting to the rim. And if you stop me from getting to the rim, I am not afraid to beat you with my mid-range.
Yeah. Mitchell, a lot better shooter than Dwayne Wade will ever be. I mean, he made more three-pointers than any rookie in NBA history. As far as the Jordan numbers, too, you're comparing when the defense was totally different, too. And all the rookies at that time, they were grown men. They were 3, 4 years in the league. So Michael Jordan, it was impressive. Mitchell's doing it in an era where rookies are having more success. Tatum in game 1, the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, game number 2. Simmons in game number 1 for Philadelphia. And we've seen Mitchell in 2 games. So in this new NBA, where it's wider open as far as the pace and the court is more wide open, and you can't do the things defensively, you should get used to seeing more rookies do what Mitchell did. And we've seen that throughout the playoffs. It's easier to score the basketball, and his ability not to be able to shoot the deep three and get to the hole, that's what makes him so dangerous at this point, because you can't guard him out by the three-point line because he can get by you, and he's so explosive at the hole.
And the Thunder tried. They moved rests on him. They switched guys around to try to stop him, and they doubled. They just couldn't.
They had no answer. Listen, Donovan Mitchell, and I understand the league's changed. I understand it's less physical. I understand it's more wide open. But the league didn't draft. Hold on. See, though. The league didn't.
I mean, Jaylen Brown went for 30.
Well, he's second-year player, though. So there's a bit of a difference. Like But here's the thing, though. Even if we want to say the league has changed drastically from when Jordan was there, hasn't changed drastically from 2 years ago, or it's changed somewhat from 5 years ago, and no rookies come close to this mark. Like, I have never, one of the reasons I was skeptical of the Celtics early in the year, when we were talking a ton about Jason Tatum, is I remember saying on the show, you remind me the last rookie to make a major impact on a quality playoff team. Well, right now, we do have 3 of them doing it. Jason Tatum, the guys you mentioned, Jason Tatum, Ben Simmons, and Donovan Mitchell. But this level of scoring he was on the court last night with probably three future Hall of Famers, Russ, Paul George, and Carmelo. I don't know if Paul George will get there. And he was the best player last night. Like, I know people are going to focus, and I know we're going to talk about what the hell happened to the Thunder in the fourth quarter. I want to give this young man his credit because he was extraordinary, and they stole a game. And now all of a sudden, they have home court going into Game 3.
I think the most impressive thing, he went into the game, he was questionable. Had a foot contusion.
Foot, yeah.
Yes, got his foot stepped on in game number 1, and the ability to be mentally tough. That's the thing that the staff there in Utah and the other players have said about him. He has a veteran mentality.
What do you think about this series?
Well,
I mean, have you changed based on what you saw last night from Donovan Mitchell?
Oh, I think Utah's going to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, I had Utah going into the series to win it. I think Utah's a better team. Utah, since Rudy Gobert got back in the lineup, has been one of the 5 best teams in basketball. I think it's a tough matchup for him. Now, I didn't see OKC going through that drought in the fourth quarter. Cece, this was
the 0 for 14 drought from the Big Three.
The Big Three: Melo, Paul George, Russ, 0 for 14 in the fourth quarter. Cece, last night was the first time I can remember watching Russ in a close game in the fourth quarter and thinking, why aren't you shooting? Like, be more aggressive. Like, he had lost, I don't know if it's confidence or what it was, but he had lost.
I thought I was watching the preseason. Like, this was one of the first times that all 3 of these players had played together. And you would think, this is the postseason. they looked like they did not have any type of chemistry. They had no go-to play. There was no one spot on the court that any one of these players wanted to get to be able to get their shot. Like, these guys have closed out games for franchises. Russ has done it. Paul George has done it. And Melo has done it. They looked disjointed last night.
And it came at such an odd time. Utah was up 67-58, and OKC goes on a 19-0 run. The moment that run ended, I believe on a Donovan Mitchell basket, the rest of the game, Russ, Paul George, Melo, combined to go 0 for 16 with 2 points. Like, they had taken back control of the game. They had a 10-point lead. And from that moment forward, they get outscored 35-18. Your three best players don't score. Steven Adams fouling out was a huge problem for them. Like, that's a game that the Thunder could have and did take control of, and they gave it right back to Utah.
Russ said after the game, we have to be more aggressive. Is it about being aggressive, or is it about just stepping up and just taking more shots and taking more shots? Or
The NBA is a make or miss league. You got to make shots in critical time. All right? They got the shots they wanted. They weren't making shots. They were being aggressive, but Utah also is a very good defensive team because on the perimeter, they can hug you on the three-point line because they have a rim protector in the back. One of the few teams that can do that.
Right. The Rudy Gobert factor was in full effect yesterday. People were afraid to go challenge him, and so that's why they were shooting so many threes. Those big three were 1 for 11 from three over the final 13 minutes. Here's a prediction, though. I'm setting the over-under at Russell Westbrook shots in the next game at 27.5. If they're going to lose, they're not going to lose another. Russ is not going to go down not shooting. If they're going to go down, he's going to go down shooting.
All right, we'll take a break there. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.